Hello.
What time are we supposed to start?
Yeah, 3, but still waiting.
What time is it now?
It is 3:06.
3:06.
Still waiting.
You're gonna be waiting for it for the rest of your life. You know this.
I know this. Get your hair done,
20 minutes more, so it'll be real.
I, Waldo and Maxine, take you, Maxine de Villiers, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful and to follow the example of God's love, also in our marriage. I promise to provide in all of your needs. Waldo, that's a long list. I just want you to know. Physically, as well as emotionally, to provide you with stability and security, and to also guide you spiritually. That you would look into my eyes and see what hope and faith is. I will protect you with my life. I will honor you, appreciate you, and I'll be your best friend. I will put your thoughts and your desires above my own. And I will serve you with all of my heart. I will allow God to speak into our lives and to guide us every day. Today, before God, family and friends, I do promise this. You may not kiss yet. I know you're desperate. I'm Maxine de Villiers. Take you, Waldo and Maxine, to be my husband. I promise to place you above my own needs, my own desires. I will look up to you, follow you for the rest of my life. Today I promise to share in all of your joys, as well as your sorrows. To remain by your side, times of abundance, but also adversity. Promise to be your wife, as well as your best friend. I will love you, take care of you. I will show you grace, pray for you every day. Today, before God, family and friends, I do promise this.
You've got 30 seconds to kiss your wife. There's another 26 seconds left.
So get prepared, guys, because some of us actually did prepare and write speeches, such as the first speaker, who's Arnie. That's Maxine's dad. And also, coincidentally, through no fault of my own, my dad.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone here. Thanks for coming. Thank you all for attending this wonderful celebration of Maxine and Waldo's commitment and love between themselves. I just want to say there's been a lot of family halfway around the world, in Cape Town, Australia, the UK. They're all saying their congratulations. I'm sure you've had lots of other messages in the meanwhile as well from other friends and family. A story. A man and a woman get married. After the wedding, they are heading home on their donkey cart, the old days. And along the way, the donkey stops, doesn't want to budge. So the man gets off the donkey cart, looks the donkey in the eyes, and he says, "Strike one." And Waldo knows this because he used this in his classes teaching kids. He gets back on the cart and the donkey starts walking. And they're heading home. Again the donkey stops. Doesn't want to budge. Man gets off. Looks at the donkey, says, "That's strike two." He gets back on, the donkey carries on. Further along, donkey stops, third time. The man gets off, says, "That's strike three." Pulls out his shotgun, shoots the donkey in the head. Donkey is dead. The woman goes nuts. She gets off, she starts shouting at him. She says, "What the hell is wrong with you? How are we going to get home now? What did you do that for?" He says to her, "That's strike one." That's not advice for the marriage. No. And I'm not going to give you advice either, because I'm sure you're going to figure it out for yourselves. But know this, that we'll all be there for you. Give you our support. I'd say only after getting married do you realize that those husband and wife jokes are not just jokes. Marriage is about giving and taking, kissing and loving and pushing and shoving, caring and sharing and screaming and swearing, about being together whatever the weather, about being driven to the end of your tether, about sweetness and kindness and wisdom and blindness. It's about being strong when you're feeling weak. It's about saying nothing when you're dying to speak. It's about giving in before there's a fight. It's about being wrong when you know you are right. Some days filled with joy and some days with sadness. Too late you'll discover that marriage is madness. Today, I'd like to officially welcome Waldo into our family. Although he's always been welcome, so it's just a continued and an official welcome to the family. And I'm very happy that Waldo and Maxine have each other to lean on as they forge their future together. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better.
The next person that will come up will be Naomi. And she's very excited for this. And she is Waldo's mom. But not my mom. This time she's not actually blood related to me. So
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here. And I'm very nervous. I've never done this before. But thank you for being here and enjoying this day here. And Waldo and Maxine, I wish you all the happiness, love and joy, and that your marriage will last forever and ever. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, thank you.
And that's Maxine's mom. But this one is actually mom.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks all for coming. Today is just an extension of the family because everybody here is related in some way or another. And I just want to give a little bit of a story and say thanks, Waldo, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be at the hairdresser how many times, having the makeup how many times. So thank you, Waldo. You made our lives interesting. I'd just like to say a little story about Maxine when she met Waldo. They met through the music industry. Both of them were in different bands and moved in the different circles of the music industry. And one day I came home and Maxine was playing pool and she said, "Mom?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I have a boyfriend now. It happened last night and I'd like to know when he can come for supper." So I said, "Okay." And I carried on walking. And then I noticed Baldy was coming to take Maxine to a movie and such, and I realized, okay, so that's the man, I assume. And so they became friends, and he became a part of our family then already. And thank you, Waldo, for supporting me in my classes. He's so supportive. He did my stretch class, my weight training class. And so we were family from way back. And I cannot be more proud because I see the way you two have grown together in your business, in your home, and everything else. And thanks for being such a beautiful daughter, Maxine. And to Naomi, to not just a mother-in-law, but a friend. And to all the help that my family also contributed. So thank you to everybody.
Okay. The next person to say a speech is going to be me. So buckle up, guys. Okay. I'm also going to start with a story because I think that all good things start with a story. And yeah, so there's this man. And he wakes up one morning in a bed that he doesn't really recognize too well. And he looks next to him and there's a woman that he doesn't really recognize too well. And so he takes a peek over and he's like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that, eh? Anyways, I got to get out of here. So gets out of the bed, puts some clothes on, and he starts slowly creeping out the room. He closes the door behind him and then he starts walking down the stairs. And he keeps seeing, there's all these pictures on the wall of her with kids, and he's like, oh gosh, this is not very good. And then he gets to the bottom and he sees a picture of her and him at the altar, and he's like, oh flip, this is my wife. And so he goes back to bed. But the fantastic part is that will never have to happen to Waldo and Maxine because their house doesn't have stairs. Yeah, when my sister first came home and told my mom that Waldo was her boyfriend, I think my mom went and looked him up on Facebook. And then she said to Maxine, "You better not get you pregnant." And we all laughed about it. And I hope she's laughing about it now because otherwise I'm going to hear it in the car on the way home. But yeah. From the first time we met Waldo's always been the most cool dude. He's super mellow and calm, and yeah, he's a really easy person to talk to. And you know, I was kind of awkward a couple of years back because I was like, what do I call this guy? Because I really feel like they're gonna be together for a while, but just get married already. You know, it was annoying, and so I was already saying, he's basically my brother-in-law. So thank you so much, Waldo, because now I can actually say that you're my brother-in-law instead of always saying my sister's boyfriend, and then people not knowing is that a good thing, is that a bad thing, because it's always been a good thing. And yeah, I can't imagine Maxine ending up with anyone else, mostly because she's never been with anyone else. But that's because she has really good taste, clearly. And I'm glad that taste was you, dude, because you're awesome. So can we all take our glasses, please? And another toast to the lovely Mr. and Mrs. Oosthuizen.
Maxine and
Okay, and then the last speech for the night is Mr. Oosthuizen himself, Goldie!
Thank you for all the speeches, they were very good. Really good, sorry, I'm super. Anyway, so on behalf of my lovely new wife and I, Maxine, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for being here. You've made this day super special for us. Special thanks to our parents for all their support and generosity. Thank you to Wendy, Veronique for helping with the organizing, Rob and Michelle for taking our photos, Justin for being such an awesome MC, and Quentin for keeping our rings. And lastly, thank you to Maxine for being my wife. I'm super thankful to have such an incredible partner like you. And I'd like to close with a quote by Sam Keen. We come to love not by finding a perfect person, but by learning to see an imperfect person perfectly. Please have a drink, have some food, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Just.
He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Have you got anything Any last words for Maxine and Waldo?
Those were said in the cave.